Don't pass it on wood, brother.
All law, even like Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shot. Hey, get Leviticus 24.
Speak louder, speak louder.
Leviticus 24 and 10. Yo, get Matthew 13 chapter. Because one thing you gotta understand, like we've been pushing this Israelite foreigners thing a lot heavy, but like he said earlier, it's on the flip side too. There's gonna be tares amongst the wheat. And Yahweh Shah is gonna be the high priest that sifts out, the bullshit. It's not our job to do so. What we're supposed to be doing is having peace with all men and being the opposite of Esau. Actually, we hold Hebrews 12 chapter 12 verse 2.
We got it. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 24 verse 10. And the sons of son of an Israelite woman, whose father was an Egyptian.
Now you see there, this is amongst the Israelites when they came out of Egypt. All right, you had a tear amongst the wheat right there when we came out of Egypt. All right, now go on.
Whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son was of the Israelitish woman, and a man of Israel strove together in the camp.
All right, so now you see here the tear is fighting with the Israelites because he has a different spirit than them. So there became contention amongst the two. So keep going.
And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord.
Now you see that? His spirit didn't bear witness with the spirit. He's over here blaspheming the name of the Lord and taking light of it because he's a terror. He's a heathen. Now keep going.
And cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. And his mother's name was Shalomith, the daughter of Debri, the tribe of Dan. And they put him in ward that the mind of the Lord might be shown them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that curseth without the camp, and let all that heareth him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his power shall bear his sins.
Now you see there, he said, whosoever do what this terror did, this devil right here just did, curse the name of Yahweh, you put his ass to death, all right? So even if you were Israelite and you're doing that shit, you basically a heathen, all right? If you don't bear witness with the Spirit, if you come against the Holy Spirit, you come against the Father or the Son, then you gotta get put to death. And we're not gonna be the ones to do it because judgment's held up to who? Yahweh Shah. He's gonna put you to death, all right? Now can you get Matthew the 13th chapter, I think 23?
The 10, right?
Yeah, I got you. Get Matthew's 3rd chapter.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13.
Actually, man, if I get Ezra's the 9th chapter.
Yeah. The book of Matthew, chapter 13. 20, yeah. Matthew chapter 13, verse 23. But he that received the seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it.
Now, right there, it tells you right there, the person that actually the seed grows in them is the one that actually receives the word and grows in the word, which means they start trying to become like Yahushua. They start becoming a new man. They put off the old conversation. They're sanctified. All right? Now keep going.
And understandeth it, which also bear fruit, and bringeth forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Another parable put the forth into them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also.
Now you see that right there, it's talking about the wheat and the tares. The wheat would be the Israelites, the tares would be the people that look like Israelites, but they're really Edomites, or they're really Elamites, or they're really Ishmaelites, or they're really Hamites. All right? So what you need to understand is that not everybody, it's not a black power movement. This is not a civil rights movement. This is a spiritual movement, all right? This is not what you want it to be. This is not or some people might even take it a little higher than that. They might make it a black, Latino, Native American movement, but it's not that, all right? This is completely different than that. This is a spiritual movement. This is Yahweh Shah's movement. This ain't your movement, man. This ain't no civil rights movement. There's more than that.
Yeah. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then it bring the tares also. So the servants of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then have it tares? He said unto them, an enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up?
Now it says the enemy has done this. Now who's the enemy of the Israelites? These other nations. The other nations has crept in unawares. They raped, robbed, and murdered our people. And then it even took some of our women, if you can see on this sign right here, they had us in slavery, and they sowed tares amongst the wheat. All right? So now we got this whole mass confusion, and really that's the Lord's judgment on our people, which I'm gonna bring out later. But that's really because the world is made for our sakes. All right? So when we go off, the world is off. All right?
He said to him, verse 29, but he said, nay, that's why ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let both go together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
Read that last verse again. What is it, the last one or the second one before that? When it says they both go to the harvest together?
Okay, Matthew 13 and 29. But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Let's both go together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
Now you see right there, it says that the tares are gonna go together with the wheat into the harvest. So that means until the very last day, you're gonna have tares thinking that they black, trying to be in pro-black movements, trying to be Black Lives Matter and all that. Then they gonna find out that they tares. You know, that's crazy. And that's how the Lord set it up to be, you know? So this right here, because of us, because of what we did, bring out Ezra 9th chapter. This account right here shows you, is it 9 or 8? Oh God, it's I believe it's 9. Bring that up.
This is Ezra chapter 9 from the top. Now when these things were done, the prince came to me, saying, the children of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands. Do according to the abominations, even the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, and the Moabites, and the Egyptians and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons.
Now, if you look right here, Ezra is written. Well, Ezra is Esdras. Ezra, do you have an apocryphal one? Get first Esdras 5. Go to 7. If you look right here, this is written between, I believe, 650 BC and 550 BC. And Israel's already splatting in heathen women. Israel can't help himself, man. So now you got confusion of faces. You got children growing up doing abominable things in different lands with different nations. And Ezra is looking at this, and he's even saying the priests, the high priests, the Levites are doing this themselves. All right? Keep going on that, brother.
So that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands.
So that the holy seed has mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Which is why we're scattered abroad now. Which is why we got tares amongst the heat as well. Tares amongst the wheat as well. Because what we did in those times and what we do even to these times. Now, the Lord flipped it on us and said, now, you're not going to know who's a tare and who's really a Jake. You're not going to know. Unless the Spirit bears witness with you and you go through faith. Because we had the records back then, but I'm going to bring that out too. Now keep going on that, brother.
Yeah, the hand of the priests and the rulers have been chief in their trespass. And when I heard these things, I ripped my garment and my mantle, and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard, and sat down astonished.
So right here, Ezra is confused. He's literally astonished. He's like, how did we fuck this up? How do we not know who we are? How can I not prove that you're an Israelite and that you're a high priest? How do we come this far away from our glory? How do we ruin our heritage like this? How is this possible? He literally sat down, he's plucking his beard, he's frustrated. All right? Because now you don't even know who to appoint to high priest. It was really important. You actually couldn't be an Israelite if you couldn't prove your stock. That's how it was.
And then were assembled unto me everyone that trembled at these words of the power of Israel, because of the transgressions of those that have been carried away. And I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. And at the evening sacrifice, I arose up from my heaviness, and have rent my garment and my mantle. I fell upon my knees and spread out my hands unto the Lord my power. And I said, O my power, I am ashamed and blush to lift up my face to thee, my power. For our iniquities are increased over our head, and our trespass is grown up into the heavens. Since the days of our fathers have Since the days have passed, since the days of our fathers have, and Shimei and Keilah, the same is Keilah, and Pethahiah, Judah, and Eleazar. Oh shit! Skip the page.
Skip the page, bro.
Shalaki.
That's all good. That's all good.
Read that again. Verse 7. Since the days of our fathers have been, we've been in great trespass until this day, and for our iniquities we have we. Our kings and our priests have been delivered to the hands of the kings of the land.
So because of our iniquities, we went into captivity. What else?
Into a spoil, into confusion of face, as it is to this day.
As it is to this day. As it is to this very day. Not only are we captives, but now we can't figure out who we are. You see that? So, and on top, this is like 600 BC. We're in 2017 AD. Imagine how far off we went from then to now. And on top of that, you look in the Hebrew, I believe when it says confuse the face in that scripture, it's bashath panyam, which is a shame. We're shamefaced. We don't even know what to do right now. We're literally ashamed of ourselves. All right, now can you, and this expounds further into the account that Ezra is talking about when they left Babylon and couldn't prove who they were.